Here we go. We are back. Dom, how we feeling?
Just for you guys out there, it's 12:30 a.m. on I guess, Friday now.
This
Uh,
is true.
I've been drinking for the last 3.5 hours,
I'm
and
catching up.
Asher's still there. So this is gonna be off the wall, a little unhinged here. So
There we go.
hell yeah, dude.
Huh. That one was
Um,
on purpose, though, actually.
uh,
Yeah, now, recording a little bit late for some scheduling issues.
but hey, we're here.
You know,
We're
it
ready to
is what it
go.
is.
I'm horny. Let's get it going, man.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Um,
No, going into week
so,
two though, I feel good overall about
good
where we're at.
overall. That's fair, yeah. I mean,
You're in a different place, but
I've been there. I've been here. It's the same old bullshit. I'm used to
yeah,
it at this point. Um, But let's get into it. We were recording last time during the Monday night game. I think we finished up right around halftime of that. I was feeling pretty good in terms of
it
my
was
picks
right.
for
It was
that.
right after the fumble.
Yes. Things started to go sideways for the Bears. Offense just stalled out more than anything. Uh,
Caleb struggled there for a bit.
Caleb
Um,
was struggling. He was missing some
really, I'll
layups.
say it. After that first drive, the consistency really went off.
Yeah.
The
It was
beat.
really just a bad third quarter of football, just in general, on both sides of that, honestly.
Yeah,
It was just
and then
sloppy. That was the pick. I think pick six was in there too.
yeah, JG McCarthy threw
Um,
that pick six, and honestly, I'll say this kid's a leader. He really
yeah.
is. He kept telling his team, "We're still in this," and he made it happen.
Yeah, he was lights out in the fourth quarter there. I'll give him credit for that. I do think it's more Kevin O'Connell than it is JJ
I mean,
McCarthy.
and
I'm
we
going to
also
say
saw,
that now,
yeah,
but
I mean, that's also what happens when you have a great coach that
hmm,
does everything he can to help you out as a young receiver, and he put that on full display.
yeah, no, it was impressive. Again, it was still a gettable game for the Bears. They got to be kicking themselves a little bit, but that leads into what might be one of the most do or die games in week two with them going to Detroit. Detroit
Hmm.
starting 0-1, Bears 0-1. Feels like there's a lot of pressure on both those teams for
Yeah,
a
I
week two
mean,
football game.
who really has the revenge game there? It's probably
Yeah,
not Ben. It's probably not Ben Johnson. He left, so the revenge is more so with Detroit on Ben
that's true.
Johnson. So
Yeah,
that's where I'd probably lean, and we'll get into that game in a bit here.
yeah. Um, but other than that, fun week one, kind of,
Yeah,
for some more than
exciting.
others.
Lot of exciting games.
Yeah,
We don't
there
always
was
have that. So
some nice surprises. Football's back. I'm just happy about it. Real
yeah,
football.
it's great.
All right. So, with that being said, that officially closes up week one. And a little wrinkle this year. Whoops, don't stuff. A little wrinkle again this year. Instead of us both doing a top 10, going back and forth and debating who has someone at 6 versus 8 and everything like that, got some tiers for you. Going to be running those this time. Dom can yell at me for them. Dom has not seen
Yeah,
these yet. So
yeah.
we're going to start at
So
the bottom,
see how this goes.
work our way up here. Start at the bottom and work our way up. So at the bottom of the tiers after week one,
How many tiers do we have?
a lot.
Oh,
These are
okay,
named tiers. This would be better with a visual, but I'll just
okay,
read off the name of the tier that they're on, starting at the bottom, working my way to the top.
gotcha.
So bottom of the tiers, the Nuss It Down or All or Nothing tier. That's what we're going with right now. Until, that'll be
Until you want me to kill myself later.
well, that's fair too. But, if we have any changes in college quarterbacks. But anyway, at the bottom of the tiers,
We already
Saints.
do,
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a
but
lot of them. I just feel like those are
we'll
the
talk about that
two
later.
right now. I don't know.
Talk about that
Everybody's
later.
arguing about them, but we're starting
It's a
there.
future episode.
And I couldn't think of anything for Klubnik.
He's not in it. We're not even talking about Klubnik anymore.
See, there's my point.
That's how
We
quick it
had
works.
we talked about 6 of them 2 weeks ago, and now we're down
Yeah.
to there's like three dudes.
There's more than three, but yeah,
Anyway,
definitely more than three.
bottom of the tiers: Saints, Panthers, Giants, Dolphins. Saints, feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Even though they did play pretty well, can't take it too seriously when
Yeah.
the Cardinals just are the Cardinals as much as they've been. The Panthers, Giants, and Dolphins. There's an argument to be made which one of those was the worst team in Week 1, all on
No,
Sunday.
I don't
Panthers were.
I don't think there is. Dolphins by far were the worst team.
That's fair. I mean, Panthers did not look good at all in any
No.
facet of that
And
game.
I think it's unfortunately Bryce needs time to ramp up, which is not what you want in a starting quarterback.
No, not in your third year as a number one
But
overall pick.
also Joe Burrow needs time to heat up. So it's just like, what do we do with that?
Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that.
So
But yeah, bottom of the tiers. Next tier, just one light tick above them is the Leroy Jenkins tier, and that's the Titans. Because old buddy, I mean, at least the Titans have a quarterback that's looks like he could be something, but buddy, you're throwing
it's been 1
fastballs
week. It's been 1 week, yeah.
to 5-yard drag routes. Just take a breath.
Yeah,
He's spinning out of the pocket, running all over the place. It's just a one-man show after, it was a one-man show on Sunday. So that's where we have the Titans. Above that, I don't know. This is a dumb one, but I'm happy with it. You Can Call Me Al tier. Have you ever seen the music video for You Can Call Me Al?
Yes, I think.
It's Chevy Chase, Paul Simon. Chevy Chase is like 6'6", Paul Simon's like 5'5", and they're dressed the same, kind of dancing next to each other, and they just look cartoonish because one's so big and one's so small.
Like J.J. Watt and Mike Tirico. Did you
Yes.
see the photo of that? Yeah.
Yeah, that was hysterical. Or, in this case, the Browns and Cardinals and Joe Flacco and Kyler Murray.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, neither one of these teams look great. One's 0-1, one's 1-0. Flacco threw 2 picks. Cardinals. I mean, does anybody know what direction they're headed in?
Mhm.
Honestly, like you struggled with Spencer Rattler in Week 1 and had to squeeze out a win on that one there. Just an uphill battle for both of those teams there. But Browns, again, played it tight with Cincinnati. Probably should have won that game. Did outplay them, so hey, you get credit for that. Next year, rinse and repeat. Bears, Cowboys, Pats. I mean, after Week 1, it's the same as what we've seen from these teams over the last couple of years. Bears, it's hype around a quarterback, and you just kind of fall flat on your face. Even though there's flashes at times, it's just so far. We're just kind of tripping over your feet, tripping over yourself constantly from the quarterback in terms of quarterback play. Cowboys, it's Dak throwing the ball all over the place and just not enough.
Yeah.
Playing the Eagles, their big brother, when they play real teams, real contenders, playoff teams, things like that, they don't win those games. Doesn't matter how good Dak looks at times. They just can't figure out ways to win those games. And the Patriots, no identity on offense. Trying to figure things out on the defense too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're missing Christian Gonzalez. That probably hurts you a little bit, but it's like, how many people can name 6 guys on that roster?
Yeah, exactly.
It's been the same thing, and post Tom Brady, most Patriot teams have looked exactly the same. Moving up again, the Mac Jones tier. Broncos, 49ers, Lions. 49ers for obvious reasons, because it looks like Mac Jones might be starting this weekend.
Oh, no, he is. He's official.
Oh, is it official now? I did not see that. But, okay,
out
so
2 to 5 weeks. It's a wide range.
I mean, of course, because it's the Niners. Everybody's just hurt all the time.
Yeah.
Um, Broncos, is Bo Nix going to just be Mac Jones? Great rookie year, get into the playoffs, get blown out in round one, get all this hype around you, and then just kind of stall out in year two? After week one, looking like that might be the case there. And then the Lions, no Ben Johnson, lose some pieces on the interior of the O line. Are we back to pumpkin Jared Goff?
We're gonna find out.
Didn't love it. Um, next tier, and moving up. Is this thing on? Bengals, Seahawks, Texans. Defenses all look pretty solid. They, yeah,
Take the
like I
Bengals
mean,
with a
nobody
grain of salt.
take the Bengals with a grain of salt, but still they gave up 16 points. Seahawks defense looked really good until the last Niners drive. Texans held the Rams to 14 points, but no offense from
Yeah,
any one of those teams.
and two of those teams are supposed to be high-powered offenses.
Yes, like the Texans, this is now a calendar year of them not looking great on offense. They just
Yeah,
can't develop a run game. The O line can't get it together to help with that run game. Everything's falling on Stroud. I think since week 2 of last year, I think it was week 2 that they played the Bears, if I remember correctly. I think he's 17 touchdowns, 13 picks
wow,
in
that's
that
bad.
time.
That's
It's
really
not great.
bad. No.
Yeah, after starting like 21-5 through his first year and then first 2 weeks of last year. So somebody needs to hit the switch on the offenses for one of these teams at some point in time if they
Yeah.
want any chance of getting things together. Now, Seahawks again are getting a break because Purdy's could be out for 5 weeks, allegedly. So that opens up the door a little bit there, but not looking great for any of those teams there.
Yeah. Let me double check
Um,
that. I read it today. So, but
I
yeah,
believe that because it was like really messy, the reporting on that anyway. So honestly, I have no idea.
Yeah. Brock Purdy out 2 to 5 weeks. That's from
That's what I read.
Rappaport.
Old rap sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, next tier, we have the "Are We Back" tier.
I know
This
who's
is
in this tier.
the largest of the tiers. Jags, Colts, Raiders, Jets, Falcons, Vikings.
Oh, I didn't know who was in this tier.
What's that?
I said I thought I knew
You
who
thought
was
you
in
knew
this
who
tier.
was coming in here? Yeah, no, I mean
they're
Jags.
they're up higher. They're up higher.
Trevor Lawrence looking half decent, putting up points, held the Panthers to 10, looking pretty good there. I mean, questions about the Texans, Colts. Danny Dimes, is he the next Peyton Manning right now in Indianapolis? We don't know, but after 1 week, could be.
Whoa! Danny Dimes did the first. He's the first quarterback to do something since Danny Dimes. Did you see that? He's the
Oh
first
yeah, what was
quarterback
that?
in his first start with his team to have over like 200 yards passing and like 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, something
That's
like
right.
that. It's so
It was
so
and like a rushing
specific.
touchdown in there. Yeah,
And he's the last quarterback that did it was him.
and it was first time anybody scored on every one of their possessions.
Something like that.
Like actually, like there was no kneel downs. They didn't run out the clock. Like they
Yeah.
scored every time he touched the ball.
It was 250 passing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns with a throwing touchdown, I'm pretty sure. So it might be like 3 total touchdowns. I don't know how they grade it, but yeah. Something.
And everybody wanted to make fun of the Giants for signing him. No, I'm not putting that much stock. But hey, after 1 week, looked great. Raiders, Geno throwing for 360.
He's back.
That was wild. In New England,
Dotting them up.
Genty was basically a non-factor in that game, and they still had control in that game pretty much the whole time. Jets, even in a loss, I think you have to feel good as a Jets fan.
I would say
Able
so.
to run the ball
I mean,
as well as they did. Justin Fields looked really good, especially after all of the
the
preseason stuff,
team as a
everything
whole
coming out of camp. Yeah,
much better than I anticipated. So
defense, didn't play great week 1, but you expect that to bounce back. Falcons, again, in a loss. Is Penix the guy? Are we back? Do we have our left-handed, not just left-handed, bizarro version of Matt Ryan?
I was gonna say Michael Vick, but yeah,
Well, I was going to say Matt Ryan,
is it like
Instead
the
of-
love child of Matt Ryan and Michael Vick?
Oh, that's crazy. That's true.
Anything's possible.
That's fair. I was going to just go based off of Matt Ryan is white and right-handed, and Penix is not white and not right-handed.
Yeah, but it's all the good traits of both of them combined. Except Penix isn't very athletic.
Penix doesn't move like Vic, but he does move pretty well.
He moves better than Ryan did. So it's just like
I move better than Ryan did.
yeah, that's fair.
Most people do, respectfully. With all due respect to Matt Ryan. Those knees didn't look good at 27.
With all disrespect.
Fair enough. And the Vikings, too. I mean,
JJ McCarthy looks
questions
solid.
about JJ, but like JJ just said, I got this, boys, in the fourth quarter.
And he did.
Said, let me get after it.
He was dotting them up. I was shocked. Still shocked. I was like, damn.
All right, moving on up. Next tier, 2017 Cavs.
Oh, this is just the Steelers. Is this just the Steelers?
No, it's the Steelers and the Commanders. Two teams that are, hey, let's bring in a bunch of names. 2017 Cavs had Dwayne Wade, Jay Crowder, Derrick Rose, LeBron, Kevin Love, like all these aging superstars past their primes. Steelers got Rodgers, Ramsey, Darius Slay, Cam Hayward, TJ Watt still in it, but we're getting there.
You just keep going. It's a laundry list. I understand.
Exactly. Same thing with the Commanders. Von Miller, Bobby Wagner, Marshawn Lattimore, Debo Samuel, Thickums Samuel,
Austin Eckler.
Austin Eckler, Terry
For his
McLaurin.
Achilles today.
Hey, let's see what juice we can squeeze out of this. And for the Cavs, Dwayne Wade wasn't on the team very quickly. And they got boat raced by the Warriors again. And we're the 4 seed.
Yeah.
In the East, I have both of these teams missing the playoffs, but week 1, hey, you got wins. Steelers look better than the Commanders, but you're 1-0.
We'll see.
Respect. We'll see. Next year, the NFC Darlings, Bucks and Rams. Both won. Both, I feel like, left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, they definitely left some meat on the bone.
A lot, yeah, and especially for higher expectation teams from the masses.
Mm-hmm.
Rams more so than the Bucks. Like Baker really just turned it on, and at the end of that game, that last drive specifically, Ibuka was a great help there. But the Rams just, both of these teams struggled to kind of get into a consistent rhythm throughout 4 quarters.
For sure.
The next one. This is kind of a 2-parter, but I have them on the same tier. It's the Infinity Stone / like the what if, or what if we have our Infinity Stone, and that's the Chargers and the Packers. Packers, that's Micah Parsons. Is he that missing piece that they just needed? They needed one true playmaker on either side of the ball that's going to push them over the hump because they look dominant in week 1. Chargers, it's, is Harbaugh going to let Herbert just rip it this year and just cut him loose? And if he's going to look like that all the time, holy shit, that's scary. So those are if they look like that every week, those are terrifying teams. But after 1 week, not ready to move them up. too much yet. Ahead of them, sleeping giants, Ravens,
Just the
Chiefs,
Chiefs? I was
Eagles.
like, oh, okay.
No, Ravens, Chiefs, and Eagles.
Okay.
Ravens sleeping because they ended up losing that game, even though it was pretty loud for 3.5 quarters
Yeah.
or 54 minutes of game time, and then it just kind of fell apart
Fell
there.
apart. Yeah.
Chiefs
They're the
defense
Chiefs.
didn't look great. You just until it happens, I
It's
don't think
there.
anybody's comfortable saying no. It's
No.
over. And the Eagles again, one, don't think they feel great about it. I feel like, you know, if you're an Eagles fan and you're being honest with yourself, you don't feel great about that win by any
Yeah.
means.
I agree.
Because before that rain delay again, or the weather delay, they weren't stopping anything.
Yeah.
Cowboys were kind of doing whatever they wanted for that first quarter and a half.
Yeah.
And then atop the tiers in the, now don't get mad at me, let me explain it first. In the here damn tier is the Bills. Now, this is not a shot at Josh Allen, this is actually a shot at me.
Oh, wow.
Because for all of us saying that MVP was just a here damn stop complaining award, Josh Allen in the fourth quarter said, "That's what you think? Here's this.
Yeah, I
Let me
mean,
just
he
put
put
265 on your head here in the fourth quarter."
in three
And
touchdowns.
yeah, and I just got to sit there and go, deserve that one.
Yeah, I mean, you forget that
So,
he can do it, and he can do that.
yeah, no, he is a special player,
Yeah.
regardless
Un-
of
Unfortunately,
his mediocre numbers from last year. Any issues with the tiers?
no,
Any
no.
team you want to move up? Any team you want me to
I
drop?
I feel pretty stable about it. So
Yeah, feeling pretty
I,
good
I
about
didn't
those.
I
Agreeing
didn't
with
have
it
a lot of
mostly.
didn't have a lot of qualms. So
Nice. All right. 1 for 1 so far.
yeah, we'll see. We'll
I'll have
see how this
to
continues.
be a little bit more aggressive next week just to get you fired up here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. I no disagreements. There wasn't one thing where I went,
Hmm. Fair enough. All right, look
maybe
at
the
that.
Browns were up too high. That's about it.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I'm not gonna sit here and
Argue the
harp over
Browns
that.
versus Titans
Yeah,
or something like that, or move somebody down that is basically at the bottom anyway.
yeah. It doesn't matter too much to me.
Nice. Look at that. Great work, team. All right, let's get into some week 2 games here.
Well, let's talk about the game that just ended.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we did miss this because we were recording
So,
late.
Packers beat the Commanders 27-18. The game wasn't as close as that score. Commanders got one late, but two big injuries did happen in this game. Jaden Reed is out 6 to 8 weeks with a broken collarbone,
Hmm.
and Austin Eckler is out for the year with a torn Achilles.
Oh, is that what it
Unofficially,
was?
unofficially, but that's what it's believed to be.
Gotcha, that makes
Um,
sense.
a second game in a row where Jordan Love looks like he's ready to rip it. Threw for almost 300 and 2 touchdowns and looked good. So take that for what it's worth. Micah
Josh
Parsons
Jacobs,
looked,
kind of the same thing as last week too. A little bit more, up to 84 yards this week
it's fair.
on 23 carries. Hey,
Uh,
don't hate that. And a score. Tucker
no,
Craft, great game.
no. Tucker Craft had a fantastic game. Leaned on him
Yeah, so
heavily after Jaden Reed went down. Not
mhm.
only that, they they're not really using receivers super heavily on this team. I mean, Golden had 2 targets, no catches. Dubs had 5 with 3, and then Dontavian Wicks had 6 and 4. Everybody
Dobbs had a
else had,
score there.
other than Tucker Craft, at 7 with 6. Everybody else had 2 or less.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a funnel right now in Green
Dontavian
Bay.
Wicks had 6 targets.
I said that. I said Dante
Oh, you did.
Alexander.
Sorry, I missed that part. My fault. My fault.
Yeah. So going
I was reading.
forward, it's basically going to be a shit show for pass catching there. And who you think is going to get the targets week in and week out.
Mhm.
And every team that was inquiring about Romeo Dobbs getting traded, that's definitely not happening now with Jaden Reed's injury. Because
Yeah.
Christian Watson is also out indefinitely, so two more big time target getters are out until the end of the season or close to it.
Yeah.
So I expect Matthew Golden to take a step up here in the upcoming weeks, getting him ramped up into the offense. Otherwise, they still look good regardless. And then with Washington, I mean, Zach Ertz apparently is never going to die. And I mean,
I mean,
I
for real. Dude, your grandkids, just spend some time with them. That's where we're
uh,
at now.
yeah, I do believe Jane Daniels was asked to do a lot in this game. He threw the ball 42 times. That's a heavy
Only
amount.
for 200 yards, took four
Yeah.
sacks.
So he was doing a lot, not great, but
Only rushed for 17 yards, which, weirdly enough,
was second on the
all
team.
three
Oh,
people
time.
to accumulate rushing yards for the Commanders
So
all had
17.
17 yards.
Yeah, fair.
That's
Um,
wild.
I see some issues going forward with them with this, especially
Mhm.
with this game and how it looks. And now that Austin Eckler is done for the year, probably wishing you didn't trade Brian Robinson
No,
just a little bit.
just a little bit there. Yeah. No,
Um,
don't love that at all.
but yeah, you don't have a power
Parsons
back.
looked good
That's the
though. I
case.
did see
Parson
that.
look. I mean, he looks
I
fantastic.
mean, he played more. He played what 67% of snaps. I think in this
I've
one.
I have no idea.
I think
That's
I
what.
saw that come up. 68. Actually, it's on there right now. Sorry, I got SportsCenter on the TV behind my
Hell yeah,
computer right now.
good for
Yeah,
him.
68% of snaps, up from I think it said like 46 or something like that last
Hmm.
week. But 2 tackles, half sack, 3 QB hits. I mean, just
He's
kind of
getting
talks about it. I
involved.
mean, yeah, it's going to be scary once he gets fully ramped up.
I mean, I told you if I would have known when we did our picks if he was going to be healthy and playing, he would have been my
Mm,
DPOY pick.
that's fair.
But I didn't want to change it. Felt like cheating.
That's fair.
So yeah, that was that game. Not a whole lot else to say about it, but yeah.
Yeah. Jump into. I just feel like I have to address it. It's the first one that's coming up here. Ravens Browns. Just win.
Yeah,
Just win.
simple as that.
I honestly don't even care how it looks. Don't care if you let the Browns back in it. Don't care if this is a 14-10 game. Just win. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Just win. I did see a pretty funny moment. Um, oh hell, who said it? Somebody was asked about. I think it was Jerry Judy made a comment. Um, about oh hell, what was it? Oh yeah, oh, it was Kyle Hamilton. He had the response to it. Yeah, Jerry Judy um, was asked what challenges the Ravens secondary presents, and he said no challenges.
Oh, I did see
Uh,
that. Yeah.
and Kyle Hamilton was asked about it, and he's like they asked about it being quote bulletin board material,
Mm.
and Kyle Hamilton just responded, "Was I not going to play hard before he said that?" And then moved on to the next question.
Okay.
So thank you, Kyle Hamilton. I'll forever love you. Everybody else on that defense, get it together. Um, where do we want to go to next
We'll just
on the
jump into
Sunday slate?
mine. We'll just do Seahawks
Jump into yours.
Steelers. I don't know, man. Um, I expect them to win this game. They have a better team. They looked good last week against the Jets, who have a pretty good defense. I anticipate similar output. However, With that being said, the last time the Seahawks played in Pittsburgh, week 2, Ben Roethlisberger tore his elbow up and was out for the year. And the second quarterback on the team was Mason Rudolph. Yeah.
Change to
So,
2020 or 2019? 2019?
2019. 2019.
There it is.
6 years ago.
2018.
So, knock on wood, doesn't happen. That wasn't 2018, it was 2019. 2018 was Ben's resurgence. Team looked amazing. They lost in the playoffs, as they do. 2019, promise, towards elbow. They went split. I think they split that year. I think that was 8-8. But
Sounds about right. Oh,
that
is
was
that the 8-8-1 year?
that was the Duck Hodges season.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Fucking Doug
So-
Hodges. What a guy.
Knock on wood, that doesn't happen. We'll see. The Seahawks are pretty banged up in the secondary right now. They had 3 did not practices across
And
the
Tariq
board,
Woolen is blind.
and Tariq Woolen doesn't know how to catch a football. So
Yeah.
we'll see. They also Darren Reed didn't practice, so we'll see if we can get the run game going a little bit more. And they did last week. However, on the flip side, Seahawks don't know who they want to rush the ball with. They don't really know if they want to pass the ball or if it's just going to be a straight target funnel with JSN again. I expect them to kind of have that figured out a little bit more than they did last week, but I also expect the Steelers defense to have it more figured out than they did last week.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of like the Seahawks in this spot, not because I was high on the Seahawks before the season, but because I feel like Rodgers, and he kind of admitted it, I feel like he put so much stock into that Jets game. And between his performance, his post-game comments, I think there's going to be a little bit of an emotional letdown with how they won that game, how Rodgers handled that game. And I think the Seahawks, especially with the Brock Purdy news, are kind of like, like, let's take advantage of this while we can. Try to get some movement here, especially with, the Rams didn't look great. Like, Seahawks didn't look great, but the defense did play well for the majority of that game. Again, they definitely could have won that game. Tariq Woolen loses 2 balls in the air, and Darnold's right tackle backs into him as he's about to make a throw, knocks the ball out of his hands, game over there. So I think there is a little bit of frustration in how that game ended, knowing that they kind of gave that game to the Niners.
Sure.
And if Purdy is going to be out closer to that 5 weeks, like, you want to take advantage of what you can, and it
100%.
turns it into much more of a 2-horse race in that division. With them and the Rams. So
as much as I agree with what you're saying, I just don't think it's going to happen this week.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right.
I'll give it to you.
Moving on. Bears-Lions. Both of these teams are going to be very, very desperate to win this game.
Yes. Extremely desperate.
More so for the Lions. Bears down 0-2 almost every single year, so that's nothing new there. However, Ben Johnson starting out 0-2, bad look. Chicago,
especially with how
gonna be mad.
Poor they played in division last year. Like, you can't do that again.
And then Detroit starting out 0-2, losing this game at home would be detrimental to them for the remainder.
Especially if they get worked by Ben Johnson, with how bungled their offense looked in week 1. If Ben Johnson comes into your house and beats you, it's going to make you look real stupid real quick for letting him walk out the door.
So this is definitely a game to watch.
Yes.
And just kind of see what plays out here.
A lot of money coming in on the Lions on this. I think this one opened at like 4.5.
It's
after
-6 now.
It's up to 6.5 now.
6.5.
It's gotten up to 7, but then gets bet back down. I think it's maxed out at like a couple times it's touched 7 and then dropped back down. So it's a strange one.
Yes.
I'm spoiler alert. I'm not touching this game. I'm not getting anywhere near this one
No,
because I have no idea what to think about it going in. It's just other than just both of these teams have to win this game, but only one of them is going to.
exactly.
Yeah, a
Exactly.
lot of pressure for a week 2 game. Um, anything in the 4 o'clock window that we wanted to touch here?
Not really. It's
Not
it's all
particularly.
it's all stuff that it's just like you kind of have a feeling as to where it's gonna go.
Yeah,
The
that's
the
fair.
Bills
Nothing.
Jets game could get interesting if
Mm-hmm.
the Jets play like they did last week again, because this game's still at home, so that game could be
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
Yeah.
And then the Broncos Colts game's interesting for the fact that can Daniel Jones repeat what he did last week against
Yeah.
that Denver defense, and does Bo Nix recover from what he did last week, which wasn't a whole lot.
No, no, he did not look good in
Yeah.
that game at
Yeah.
all.
So just kind of like a wait and see, and we shall.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So
Last
let's get
game
into the
here.
picks here.
Oh,
Oh, you got one?
the Bucks
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Texans.
The Monday night game. Sorry, I forgot about that.
So
Bucks
one of the
Texans.
there's two Monday night
Forgot
games.
that
One of
wasn't in
them we're
there.
going to talk about here. Other one we're going to talk about in a minute. Bucks Texans. Interesting.
Yes.
Does Baker continue to sling it? I'm sure he's going to. But that Texans defense is no joke, so it's going to be a battle. I like the Buccaneers in this game,
Me too.
but I think anything's possible.
I feel like if the biggest thing for me that I'm going to be looking for is if Houston's offense still struggles and Baker torches that defense.
Yeah,
I I think 5 alarm fire in Houston
yeah. I think
because
D'Amico Ryan's is starting to sweat.
I think everybody's starting to sweat a little bit that like, oh, we're just not on the level of the real playoff teams on either side.
Yeah,
Um,
unfortunately.
also, if Baker does do that, Baker MVP talk starting pretty quickly.
I mean, I know you're gonna start the narrative, so it's fine.
I mean, I won't not bring it up. I don't think I'm gonna push for it too hard, but just throwing
We'll
that one out
see.
there too.
We'll start having this conversation next week.
But yeah, no, that's an interesting game just because I want to know what the Texans look like.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right. That was it now? Yeah. All right. Now
Yeah,
we can get
now
into
that's
the
it.
picks. All right.
Yes.
After last week, Dom has a 2 point lead. Got 3 of the 4 right. Missed horribly on his underdog pick. I went 2-4, but Browns covered. Should have won. Would have been a really nice swing for me there. But as it stands, Dom, you have a 2 point lead. We'll start with the Chiefs Eagles. You have the floor as the current leader.
I'm going to take the Eagles in this game. I'm not saying it'll be precisely what we saw in the Super Bowl. I'm sure the Chiefs have a plan to kind of game plan for that, but Chiefs are dealing with a couple major injuries right now. We don't know if Worthy's playing on Sunday. And on top of that, I want to see them perform against these higher guys before I bet on them to win these games. Because this isn't they just got dominated last week in Brazil, and they got dominated 8 months ago against the Eagles. This Eagles team hasn't changed a whole lot. I don't see a lot happening that'll really differentiate from that to now. But Eagles also struggled last week, so I need to see something that's different. But all in all,
I
I like the matchup for the Eagles.
I am on the Chiefs side of this one again.
All right.
Um, Again, I just watched Dak Prescott carve up that defense until he had to sit for an hour. I think this is, even without Worthy, without Rice, Hollywood Brown looked good. Mitchell and DeJean. Mitchell definitely didn't look great. Definitely didn't look like what he looked like last year. DeJean played well, but I like Hollywood Brown still. Travis Kelsey is still Travis Kelsey when he needs to be. Um, and I think the Chiefs are a little bit more desperate right now.
Sure. I
As
agree. They're
amped
definitely
up
more desperate.
as Sirianni is going to have the Eagles for this game, there's just a lot of new and a lot of youth on that Eagles defense that I think could be a problem
Hmm.
if Mahomes starts to get into a groove. And then the last little piece of this, really, that because I was back and forth on this game a bunch, the last little piece of it was this line flipped, and that's
Mm.
not great. It's what happened in the Bills Ravens game. Ravens were underdogs. They're open at like 1.5 or 2, bet down, and then it flipped to Ravens being favored, and that doesn't bode well for the new favorite in those games.
Hmm.
And that's what happened in this one. Chiefs opened as, I think, 1.5 point favorites. All the money came in on the Eagles right away. Now they're favored by 1.5, I believe it is. 1.5. I don't know if it's gotten up to 2. 1.5 still, according to ESPN bet. I don't know if it's saying that. Same thing on DraftKings, probably. Yeah, 1.5. That was kind of like the little bit of a nail in
Yeah.
the coffin for me to go. All right, I'll lean the Chiefs on this one, because after that, the Chiefs schedule after that doesn't look great. Being 0-2 in that spot, they get the Giants week 3, but then get Ravens, Jags, Lions, Raiders, Commanders, Bills, Broncos. Like, it just turns into a gauntlet after that.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, they were destined to eventually face some adversity, so we'll see what they can do
Yeah,
here.
but I will take the Chiefs and not feel great about it.
I'll take the Eagles and feel slightly okay.
Fair enough. Next game, Jags Bengals.
I know we're gonna be on opposite ends here again. I went
Yeah,
Bengals.
you're with the Bengals.
I did. I think they have more to prove in this game,
Mm-hmm.
especially coming out from last one. I think they're going to test that Jags defense, really see, and I think they're going to kind of open up the passing game a bit more in this game. I think they definitely had a limited script that they used last week against the Browns, played down to them pretty heavily. Now they're going to flip it a bit on its head of the Jags. Do I think it's going to be close? Sure. I also just don't think Lawrence can keep up in a shootout.
I am on the Jags
I
side
know.
of this. Um, Jags look better than the Bengals in week 1. I mean, most teams look better than the
Yeah,
Bengals in week
I'm
1.
not disagreeing with that.
Here's a fun fact for you. What do you, if you were to guess what Joe Burrow's record is in week 2?
He's never won a week 2 game.
He's never won a week 2 game.
I know.
He's
That's
0-5 in week 2.
Didn't he tear his knee in week 2? Or was it week 3?
I don't know, but he still never won a week 2 game. They won
Fair.
like
I just couldn't.
every game that
Just
every week 2 game. No, I think that was later. I thought it was
was
like
it?
week 5 when he got his knee
Okay.
blown up. Because there
Yeah,
was
I
like
think
enough time of like, oh shit, like Joe Burrow can play, and then Chase Young
unfortunately.
killed him.
So that's what he's
uh,
known for, unfortunately.
that's fair. But yeah, no, for those reasons, I am very much. I mean, I have zero faith in the Bengals until the leaves start changing color.
It's fair. It's fair.
That's just how I feel. They're not great in
Yeah,
September. It takes a couple of weeks, and I'm just going to ride that.
yeah.
Even in Cincinnati, I like the Jags in this spot. Um, moving on, Sunday night game, Falcons Vikings. I'm very curious where you're at on this one.
I think we're gonna differ again. I went
Are
with the
we?
Vikings.
Yeah, we are. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what to do with this one either, honestly.
So after what I saw, uh, Brian Flores throw defensively scheme wise, which is some of the most insane play calls I've ever seen on the defensive side of the ball. I just think he is going to confuse the shit out of us all night, and it's gonna. I think they might struggle a bit. I honestly do. So it's not even how much offense will play; it's how much defense will play. And
That's
this
entirely fair.
and this is the best looking team on paper. As long as JJ McCarthy continues to play like that, they're scary. Period.
I struggled with this one too, and for all of the same reasons, mainly the Brian Flores
I
part of
mean
it.
I
As
he
like, I
showed
don't
he
know
showed
what.
he showed cover zero, flipped it on a dime to zone, flipped it
Yeah,
on it. I was like, what just happened?
yeah, and that's why he's at how why the Vikings have been so good. Um, he's been great with that, and it's that Belichick thing where like, what was that? What was his record against like first and second year quarterbacks for a while there? He was
It
like
was ridiculous. It was like
25-2 or something like that
yeah,
during his time in New England. It was just insane, and so I do understand that. I just think Penix has some stones,
sure, you
and
can
he
have
was dead
stones
in
to
the
still
water a few
lose.
times in the. I mean, again, it's not the level of defensive scheme or just defensive personnel that the Vikings have, but like every times that he looked dead in the water, that he was just making plays that he shouldn't make.
For
And I
sure.
think he played like my only concern is with the Vikings is like yes, props to JJ McCarthy, but like dude, it took you 3.5 quarters to get there
Yeah, true.
to like
I'm,
show
I'm not.
any sign of life. And I
Yeah,
think the Falcons with a more cohesive unit, like it's Penix in the second year of the same system, like take shots at Caleb, but it's first year with Ben Johnson's completely new system. It's the first week playing live football, real football.
yeah.
Um, it was bound. They were bound to have some hiccups at different times and everything like that. Um, I think they could get themselves into a little bit of trouble if McCarthy struggles for a half, kind of thing.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, I mean, we'll see how that all looks come Sunday night.
but I will
I mean,
say the Falcons burn me all the time. So
yeah, you got to stop it. We had this conversation
I
last year with
just
the
I
Jags.
can't quit them,
No,
and they
no. What
still.
what team was it? You should had to stop. It was the Cardinals. You had to stop betting the Cardinals.
No, I no. Last year I stopped betting the Jags.
No, 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 but like something consistently happened with the Cardinals where it was like 3 weeks in a row you bet the Cardinals and they burned you
Oh
every
yeah,
single time.
no, I didn't bet them. I bet games that they were involved in. I think I bet
Yeah.
them to cover, and then they would get blown out, and then it was like, or I'd bet against them, and then they'd show up
Well,
that week. I
yeah,
was just like, I'm just not touching them anymore.
yeah.
the
That's what
The
I meant by
Falcons
that.
have been
Yeah.
one of those teams for me since gambling has been legal. That no matter what I do, they burn me all the time.
That's good. That's
Never
good.
fails. And then last one, second Monday night game, Raiders Chargers, and I think we're gonna be a perfect 4 for 4 on this.
Yeah, I agree here because I went with the Chargers.
I am on the Raiders side of this one.
I think we
This
talked
was
briefly about this before we started, so I had a feeling you were gonna go Raiders.
this would have been my underdog pick, but we ended up moving this in because we started too late and missed the Packers Commanders game, which we would have been on the same side of. funny
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
So,
That
yeah,
was one
perfect
more
4 for 4 here.
big swings this week. Something's gonna happen,
Hmm.
or nothing. But
Or
yeah,
nothing. Or we're just going to
just
split.
I like what I saw last week with the Chargers. It's hard for me to bet against Herbert and what he was able to do against the Chiefs. If they do it again, I I don't even know. So, but I like that look and that what they brought to the table a lot. So I'm curious to see how it looks against the Raiders here and Pete Carroll's coaching schemes.
Yeah, it's a little counterintuitive after taking the Chiefs, but I'm playing the travel card a little bit on this one.
Okay,
Going
yeah,
to Brazil and then
definitely
coming back up to Vegas definitely is.
counter.
But the Chargers don't have the same desperation that I feel like the Chiefs do.
Sure.
Um, and I don't know. I think Raiders didn't really use Genty in week one, or not effectively. And I
Hmm.
feel like this could be a spot where they open up the floodgates and keep away a little bit. Like they let Gina sling it last week. This might be a Genty game where he just kind of takes over ball control, um, wear down the Chargers a little bit there. Again, maybe a little jet lag. I don't know as much because you got the extra couple days with that game being on
Right.
Friday. Um, I just Pete Carroll first year as an underdog just does something for me. Like he gets those
Hmm.
boys fired up everywhere he's been,
Hmm.
especially his first couple years somewhere. So I think there's a chance that Raiders surprise some people here and then are somehow 2-0 right off the bat. Doesn't really
Be
make any sense
something.
to me, but that's where we're
Saints
at.
did it last year, so
That's true.
anything's possible.
All right. Again, you're in the lead. Take your pick on your underdog pick.
I went this week with Giants over the Cowboys.
Ooh, I had that one written down.
They are the underdog. I like them a lot this week to do something. That front four is scary. Dallas's O line is questionable at best, and Dexter Lawrence might actually murder Dak on Sunday. So no matter how bad that offense looked, it has to look better in week two. So one way or another, whether that's Russ actually performing or him getting taken out of the game. Either way, anything can happen, and I'm up for it.
I like that one a lot. I talked myself out of that one because it was originally in my picks for this week because it was at I think 6 or 6.5,
I think it's 4.5 right now.
and I loved that. And then it got down to 5.5, and I was like, I'd still take that. And now we're down to 4.5, and I went, now I could start poking holes in this one. Is there any word on Andrew Thomas playing this week?
No. But do they
No
want
word on
Andrew
that.
Thomas to actually play? That's the question.
I mean, there's a weird number. Fuck, I don't have it readily
It's
available.
it's
Like
okay.
their record with Andrew Thomas versus without, and it's stark. Actually, they're a much better team when Andrew Thomas plays. He
That's
just
crazy.
doesn't play enough. Um, so that was where I kind of backed off of that one, but I do like that pick. I respect it. Again, I was like, listen, there were at least 3 or 4 plays in the first half of that Eagles Cowboys game that I went, Jalen Carter makes that play. But Jalen Carter wasn't there, and Dak was able to get away, and I don't think you're getting away from Lawrence, Thibodeau, and Carter,
And Brian Burns.
and Brian Burns. There's just too many people coming at you. So
Yeah.
I do like that pick. Um, I am going a different route. We're taking a
Okay.
big swing. Get the Jets over the Bills.
Interesting.
This
That's why you
is I
skipped
am
over it.
I did skip over it.
That is why. Makes sense.
Yes. I am playing the emotional roller coaster part of this one here. It's at 6.5.
Yeah, I saw. I see it. I was just getting
Um,
close.
Bills coming off crazy comeback win. Just emotions at an all-time high. Jets kind of got the rug pulled out from under them, but again, I think they kind of went in with little expectations, but a lot of personality. And then I think they played really well in that game, minus just how that game ended.
Yeah.
They're at home again. I like the Jets in this spot.
Yeah, I mean, one of two things is going to happen. It's going to be a close game, like it was last weekend with the Steelers. Same with the Bills, or
Mm.
they're going to get little brothered really quick.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's either like Jets win a close game or just get bodied
Yeah.
for 3 hours.
It's just a
I just think
non-stop
like the way
assault.
the way they were able to run the ball with Fields and Brees Hall against the Steelers. I mean, you saw what Derrick Henry did. That wasn't all just. I mean, Derrick Henry made them into 30-yard runs and 50-yard runs. Like there were holes all over the place. That is not a great defense right now in Buffalo, and I think the Jets can take advantage of that.
No, I mean Brees is faster than Derrick Henry, so
Yes,
so
kind of.
so
I
those
have no idea. Derrick Henry looks like he's slow, but still pulls away from people. It makes no sense to me.
it's his. He's just big, so he has those long strides.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean I'm like the same height as Derrick Henry, and you know how tall I am.
You don't look like Derrick Henry though.
No, he's scary.
You
I'm
might be the
not
same
scary.
height, but he could still eat you.
Yeah, which is terrifying. I don't want to look him in the eye.
Absolutely terrifying. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
He's a scary human being. Don't
Yeah,
like that at all. All right. So total
you,
opposites all over the place
yeah,
this week.
yeah. We're all over the place, so that's what we want. Big swings,
Mm-hmm.
man. We don't want same picks. Where's the fun in that? Speaking of
I know, right?
picks, I'm sure you got a couple of them for
Speaking of
us.
picks, I do have a few of them. We have covered a fair amount of these already.
So
Just
make it
gonna
brief.
do this with some other numbers. 3-2 last week. Very easily could have been 5-0. Couple unlucky breaks. Covered on. Oop, where'd you go? Where are your picks? Covered Packers minus 2.5. That was never in question. Um, Indy basically had to pick them. That was over quick. And then Cleveland plus 5.5. Could have won that game outright, but still covered. Seattle plus 2.5. Lost that one late. That one hurt. Bears plus 1.5. Felt good about that for, again, 3.5 quarters. And JJ McCarthy decided to drop his dick all over the Bears. So, this week, we are underdog heavy again. Jags plus 3.5 against the Bengals. Already covered this one. Burrow is 0-5 in week one. In week two. Insane number. Also going back to 2022, since Trevor Lawrence has been in the league, Jacksonville is 21-16-1 against the spread against the AFC. Cincy is 20-19 in that same span. Again, I'm taking a team that doesn't cover that well, or betting against a team that doesn't cover that well, like at the time that they play their worst football. So love the Jags in this spot. Bucks plus 2.5 against the Texans. I don't understand this line. I think Bucks will win this game outright. I wanted to do this as my underdog pick, but I was like, 2.5-point dog, is it worth it? Only reason I didn't take that there. Tampa 11-3 as a road dog. With Baker 7-3 against the spread. Against the AFC with Baker. Baker didn't look great last week. I'm expecting a bounce back game from him. Also, CJ Stroud is only 37% as a favorite, so I really like the Bucks in this spot. Next, Seattle +3 against the Steelers. Talked about this already. Steelers, highly emotional game last week. Win late. Rodgers put a lot of stock into that game. Seattle, I think, is kicking themselves, feeling like they could have won that game against San Francisco. I like them even coming cross country to cover against the Steelers here. I don't think they want to be 0-2. I think this is another one they could win this game outright. Next one. Another game we talked about. Raiders +3 against the Chargers. Pete Carroll, 61% covering the spread as a dog. This goes back to his time since he started in Seattle. And 12-4 as a home dog.
Mm.
So really like that there. Again, I already talked about that. Just mild concerns about the Chargers. I think the Chargers are going to be fine. I just think this is a spot that they could got a little bit there. And then finally, just talked about it. Jets +6.5 against the Bills. I really like the Jets in this spot. It feels like that weird, quirky game that Bills just only come down and are vulnerable.
Fair.
So that was my quick run through of picks. Off to a better start than last year. Actually, no, I think we started about this. Let's just stay above 500. That's all we need.
That's all we need.
And we just need a bounce back here. Exactly. Stay in the green here. We'll get going. If we go 3-2 every week, we're fine.
You're more than fine.
I'm more than happy with that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So,
all right. You got anything else for the good people?
I got nothing else.
All right, guys. Let's get into week 2. I hope your team wins. Actually, I don't. I hope they all lose. Hell yeah. And we'll see you on the other side. Peace.